Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Alright, let's start with Curtis for a minute. Time to bring Curtis up to the table. Curtis and Miss Wu. I don't think that Curtis really lives in reality. Okay? I don't think that he lives in reality. When he's talking to Miss Wu, and Miss Wu is offering him, hey, listen, I can make the DNA test, change the way that you want it to. This way, you don't have to be tied down to Portia or Trina. And he says, oh, you just want to have something over me. Did you really just sit there and say that? Did you really just sit there and say that she needs to have something over you? What have you been doing for the past a couple of months? She needs. When I heard him say that, I had to pause it for a minute and be like, you really just said that. He was like, listen, I already have things over you. That's not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this for you. I already have things over you. Like, I don't think that Curtis really understands that it's no longer Curtis's club. It's Miss Wu's club. Okay? The minute that she walked in, she practically just signed her name on that club. I don't know what the hell he's there talking about. But, you got the agency that keeps calling them, texting them and everything. And, you know, granted, here's the thing: if he actually did take that offer, if he takes that offer of rigging a DNA test to make sure that he's not the father, which sounds so more Povich, he will be absolute trash. Listen, I get it. You may not want to sit there and deal with Portia and her messiness because, yeah, I get it. Trina, on the other hand, would just be trash if he did that. Speaking of messiness, Portia. Portia is still on this whole BS with Spencer. And, watching this scene, I sat there and I said to myself, can't believe I'm actually going to sit there and defend Spencer Cassidy when she starts talking about his character, saying that he doesn't really have good character and things of that nature, and he has bad character, and I'm just like, Portia, your character isn't really that great. You know what I'm saying? Your character isn't really that great to be sitting there and start judging somebody else on their character. And I don't even like Spencer. But even Ava's like, he's trying to change, he's trying to do better. And I sat there, I was like, Portia, shame on you. For making me actually defend him. But, Portia wants Ava to, help her get Trina to see the light. And Ava's like, this is a bad idea. Not only because of, Spencer working on himself and trying to be a better person, but you don't want to sit there and drive that wedge between y'all. Listen, this is the second person that she's talked to that has tried to give her some damn sense. And both times, she's just like, nope, I'm going to do what I want because I know it's best. Yep, you lied to this woman for 18, 19 something years, but somehow in your tiny little brain, you actually is still sitting there saying, you know what's best. Okay, sure, I'll play along. And, that's literally what she does. She's like, all right, well, I understand what you're saying. Because even Ava's like, listen, learn from my mistakes. We're Kiki. Learn from my mistakes. Yep, that's that's clearly not what Portia's path Holly. Holly. I was talking to Anna about getting a job, about being a spy again, because she got to sit there and rescue her screwed up son. You know, most parents would want their children to have a good life and be better than them. Not Holly, though. You know, Holly, I'm not going to lie, your points are starting to steadily decrease when it comes towards you versus Diane. She's talking about how she wants to get some money to pay off his debts, to pay off Ethan's debts, because he's been stealing, you know, doing the whole Robin Hood thing. And he's crossing really bad people. And she's like, I got to pay his debt, otherwise, he's going to be dead. Dead. Like, dead. So she's like, listen, I got to get that money one way or the other. They talk about Robert for a little bit and why she can't tell Robert and X, Y, Z, and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, Robert is bending over backwards to try to save Holly by getting a warrant and yelling at the detectives to make sure that that warrant gets sent, so he can try to get to Savoy, or specifically, you know, Miss Wu up on racketeering charges. Talking to Dante, and Dante's like, you know, I don't even understand why he has that much of an issue with it. You know, he's like, oh well, you know, it's up to our job to sit there and do the detective, and your job to sit there and, you know, when we give you the evidence for you to sit there and take it and do it. I'm just like, don't really understand why you need to tell this man how to do his job, but okay, sure. Um, he calls Mac. Mac is with Felicia. Felicia is just annoying in this episode. Um, you know, Mac is sitting there worried about Robert, trying to call Robert, trying to call Diane, trying to get Diane to sit there and spill the beans. What's going on with Robert? Oh, okay, so you know something. So what's going on with Robert? Oh, you can't say what it is. Okay, cool. All right, you just go over there, enjoy your lunch. He gets a call from Dante, and Dante comes down there. And Mac talks to Robert. Robert's like, "Yo, listen, I want to get that warrant." And Mac is sitting there saying, "No, that's a bad idea," because apparently Mac has been looking into Savoy for a while. He's like, "I don't need you sitting there messing up our investigation by jumping the gun." Now, he probably actually has his own material, his own ulterior motives, besides the fact that Miss Wu is a criminal. But he wants to sit there and save Cody. He's like, "Yo, listen, I got something going on in the works. I can't have you messing that up." And he started talking about Holly and how he has to rescue Holly. So of course Robert's like, "Yeah, I don't really care about your investigation. I'm just gonna go do me and whatever." Maybe Dante does need to sit there and tell him how to do his job. Who knows? But he goes down there and he confronts Miss Wu. And he's like, I want to know your association with Holly. And Selena's pretty much like, why don't you ask her yourself? Because at this point, Holly needs money. Right? She needs that fast money. So, guess we have to sit there and wait. Oh, and Felicia was just being uber annoying to Diane, who is trying to work and is getting bothered by Felicia talking about Robin, her history with Holly and everything like that, and it's just like, bro, come on, go somewhere. Go like, listen. She thanked you, and to be honest, I don't understand why she thanked you for. I guess giving her and Holly some time to talk or whatever. But she's like, yo, I got work to do. I got I don't know what you do to sit there and add to your time throughout your day, because I don't really know if she actually has a job. But like some people still gotta work, so you should just go. Um, I just oh yeah. Trina and Spencer weren't really doing too much. Trina was not there waiting for the DNA test, and Spencer was being slightly less annoying today. He didn't sit there. I will sit there and give him credit for this. He didn't sit there and come in there because Trina's not there waiting. She's like, "Yo, listen, I got to go to class and stuff." I'm like, "Okay, well, maybe you should probably do this when you don't actually have class and you're not working. This is where you don't have because okay, here's the thing. One thing that really bothers me when you're working in retail, when you have somebody else that come in there, it's like, yo, I'm kind of in a rush. I got to sit there and get to work. I'm like, and this is my problem. How? You know? But, she's like, yo, how long is it going to take? It's been like an hour and a half, which is a long time. Don't get me wrong. But Spencer comes in there. Spencer's like, you think you might be able to do us some sort of favor because her mom, she's a doctor. Portia Robinson, you know her, right? So you want to speak that up a little bit? I give him points because he didn't sit there and use his own family's name. So I was like, all right, Spencer. I'm gonna cut you a bit of a break today. Seeing how I actually had to. I didn't want to get back to that. So they're talking about the test and Trina being like, nothing's gonna change. Tiger's gonna be my dad. Blah 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 blah. They talk about Esme, and Trina was like, y'all look like y'all was one big family. I want to sit there and say happy. They're talking about Ace, and Trina's like, I feel bad for her because she doesn't know who she is, and people keep saying that they're persecuting her, thinking that she's the same person as she was. Not to sit there and say that her crimes, she shouldn't pay for them, but she's like, I do kind of feel for her. And, again, they talk about the baby, and that's when Spencer's like, you're a genius. You need to sit there and give her something that's beyond her scope other than Ace. Now, Alexis is there talking to Laura. And at first, I was just like, is this actually going somewhere? Esme comes in. Esme is. Here's the thing. I get that she lost her memory of who she was, but did she, lose her memory? Did she lose common sense along the way? Because I'm telling you right now, this chick was walking out with the baby, and Laura's like, so where you going? And Esme's like, does it matter? What? She's like, I don't want to live here anymore. You know, I'm grateful for what y'all doing, but I can't sit there and live under this house and this roof. Everyone's sitting there waiting for me to sit there and revert back to where I was. Just all these eyes on me. You got Spencer. He's up my tail and everything like that. I can't do this anymore. So I gotta go. I gotta go somewhere else. I'm like, and where are you going? With what money? I have a trust fund that you can't access yet. I don't understand this. The reason why you went back to the house is because you don't actually have any options. You have zero options. I don't know about that Maggie chick or whatever. I don't even think that chick actually has a job anymore after, the fact that she was stealing money and she was gonna leave. I don't know. But even that's like you still have to get to Ireland. My whole thing is like, boo, you have no job, you have no prospects. It's hard to be by yourself, let alone since they're taking care of a child. Where are you going? Where are you going? So after they convince her, put some common sense in her head, she goes back upstairs, or she puts the baby down, and Alexis offers her a job. Offers her a job, being a receptionist. And she's like, oh, you mean like answering phones? Alexis, you want to just sit there and just take this away at this point? Because I can't. And Alexis is like, oh, okay, so, because you got other things you're going to be able to do with that college degree, right? Oh, wait, you don't actually have a college degree? And you don't actually have any job experience? So I'm sorry. What was so bad about the job again? Because I'm a little confused. It almost seemed like you were above, answering phone calls. No? Okay. So the baby started crying and everything, and she comes back. I already wrote at that point she's gonna take the job. She's like, I thought about your offer, and I'm gonna do it. I considered your all you considered. Oh, that's very sweet of her. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, boo, how dare you even sit there and look at her? Because she was like, oh, I want to have my own my own independence. No, what she said was, why can I not actually be independent and have my own independency or something like that? I'm just like, because you don't have a job. I was like, boo, you don't have a job. Like, Esme may be a lot of things, but stupid isn't one of them. So I don't understand why they are having her say such the dumbest things that can come out of one person's mouth in the situation that she's in when it's not favorable to her. I don't I don't get that. That's my honestly tell you the truth, up until this point, has been my issue with the way they've been writing Esme. Stupid. Okay? Before, she might have been kind of annoying. She might have came across as entitled and everything like that. But she wasn't stupid. That's the thing. She was written smart. Now she lost her memory and apparently she lost her goddamn common sense. And she has just been saying things and acting in a way where it's like I'm not expecting her to be the old Esme. I'm just expecting her to not be as stupid. And we're not getting that. What are they doing? I don't understand like any of this. Oh, and apparently they all get letters. All of them. All of them gets letters. Even Ava gets a letter. And I'm thinking about Ava, um, Anna, Laura, they all get letters saying that from Victor, to go to Victor's will reading. One, I feel like that would just be a trap to sit there and get um his last revenge on them. But guess time will tell. So at the end, you got everyone waiting for the test. You got Trina, you got Spencer, you got Portia, and you got Curtis. Asking a bunch of different questions. He's all like, so how tight is security? How this, that, and the third? Because, once he heard Miss Wu snip there saying that, she can change the test for him, um, he was asking all sorts of questions. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else that happened now. One, if I did forget anything, come to the live come to the live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're gonna be sitting there talking about GH, Y, and R days and BNB. We're gonna be going over all of it. So if I did miss something and something you want to sit there and talk about, we're gonna be sitting there talking about it tonight. Two, okay, maybe two or three. One, I did a short on Haley, the chick that plays Molly, about all that crazy nonsense. Well, it's only like 50 something minutes, but I do talk about it a little bit. The DUI and everything. Now for the members, I did kind of go more in depth with the video about her, her DUI, and just all of that mess. So if you're a member, definitely sit there and click to watch the video. If you're not a member, you want to be a member, hit the description, hit in the description box, just hit that. There's a join button. You hit that, gives you access to exclusive live streams, which are really fun, member shoutouts, and exclusive videos. Like the one that I put up this morning when I actually looked at my phone and was like, oh, well, this is actually a lot worse. Because here's the thing, I knew that she was going to be out for a while. What I didn't know was everything that they chose to leave out. But if you're a member, definitely check out that video. I can't sit there and say I enjoyed making that because of what she did, but definitely check it out. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.